everybody, this is Purge, and I'm bringing you guys another game from Star Series today. This game, it's going to be mTw versus CLG. We just saw CLG play an excellent game against SGC, and now it's going to be up against mTw. I'm here with Wagamama, of course. Thank you for joining me again.
Yeah, just nice to be here. And yeah, as you said, CLG, they were basically just stomping SGC, so they're probably going into this match with high morale. And I just want to point something out to all you viewers. MTV Syndran, he will always ban out Broodmother unless he wants to pick it.
Really?
Always bans it out. Yeah, in first phase. It's just something. I feel I don't generally announce things that people do in like when I stream or when I'm co-casting, but I just feel like highlighting this because he's been doing it for like 2 months or something. He just doesn't like Brood. He will ban it. So if you ever see him not banning Brood, then you can expect him to pick it. Just saying.
Interesting. Do you think he just doesn't like the amount of hero resources that it takes to cover it, or what?
Probably. It is a pretty insane hero how much impact it has on the game, and wow, what an early Pugna pick.
But they do have an Invoker as well as a Leshrac, both of which are very, very mana reliant. So I think it's pretty reasonable to see the fast Pugna pick. I think we could definitely see more Pugna be played at all. I mean, it's like almost never see the hero get played, but everybody agrees that he's a strong hero. It's kind of what it seems like to me.
Of course, people will agree that it's a useful hero, but they are often afraid of picking him because he's pretty squishy if you focus your gang correctly, and he doesn't have a stun, he doesn't have any real escape skills, so he is pretty much teamfight oriented, but we could see a really strong push come out from MTV. I'm looking for something much stronger than STC went for, already having nice composition. Rexar Aura, Chen Creeps, Pugna's Blast, the Nether Ward. If they just add up like Death Prophet or anything, like really anything, they can create good push here. And the anti push in CLG is not that strong. Invoker is really good. Leshrac is pretty bad. Shadow Demon is really bad. So the defense is pretty weak for CLG right now.
Especially a little bit later in the game as well. If they can push early, Invoker's not going to have a lot of points into his skills, so he won't have that many nukes to slow things down. Leshrac, if he goes Lightning first, will have counter push at a reasonable point at level 7, which would still allow him to do stun as well as edict damage, but I don't know if they're going to get it up in time. We'll see. They're definitely still, MTW still looking for support here. They're actually going to ban out a Lone Druid, because MTW of course has strong pushers already, and Lone Druid would fit into that very nicely, but what else do you think we're going to see for a ban?
They're gonna ban out one more pusher. I would go as far as banning out, perhaps not Death Prophet, because it's not that likely. Not DK. I would never ban DK, but it could be a good ban. And perhaps CLG have been screaming against MTV, and MTV used DK, whatever. Something like that.
So Dragon Knight is the ban out, so good call on that one. Sand King will be the pick instead for MTW, and they didn't hesitate on that. It's most likely going to be their support hero. We've seen a lot more support Sand Kings recently, unless they're soloing against Broodmother. People really like to do that support Sand King. And if you look at the heroes on CLG, they are all super squishy. They have some disables, but they're not all super insta-cast. They basically have disruption, maybe like a cold snap tornado, or maybe a shackle shot. So if Sand King can get in there and burrow strike ulti on a lot of those heroes, they're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I just want to point out it wasn't really a call. They already banned.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But yeah, I kind of like the Sand King. They added up one more stun. This means that MTW could go for a carry at this point because they saved their mid game with the Sand King pickup, and they have good composition now. So it's not an all-in push. I definitely don't think that the last pick is going to be a pusher. I might get corrected here and just see Syndran pick up a pusher just because of that, but I really think they could go for anti-mage or something like this. Some hard carry.
It's definitely going to be interesting. They have 53 seconds left before they have to draft their hero, so they could do... well, alright, Beastmaster's most likely going to be top. They'll put Pugna mid pretty easily, Chen jungle, obviously, and they could put pretty much anybody with Sand King, since, especially if he can be pulling or at least forcing a Windrunner back with most of his time, they could put a lot of people in. They're going to do a Sand King, so I guess they're going to do a Sand King Crystal Maiden dual lane, I'm guessing, and with a jungling Chen, which is very interesting. Not something we see often, and more counter push from CLG. They grab that Windrunner and the Earthshaker, both very good at counter pushing.
Yeah, it seems the most likely. So it's not really a push composition at this point, but it is a mid-game oriented strat. But Again, there's no hard carry on CLG's end either, but they did pick up some really nice anti-pushers in their 4th and 5th pick. Earthshaker and Windrunner are just really good at holding the base.
Alright, so let's go over the players quick. For mTw, we have Cinderin playing Pugna, we have Kebab on the Chen, Effing Mad on Crystal Maiden, Funzi on Beastmaster, and Shakska playing the Sand King. That's Team mTw.
Yeah, and in CLG, the Swedes, of course, I'm gonna cover them. We see Miracle leading the way with his Earthshaker. Ake is following up with a Shadow Demon, so he's not playing Enchantress or Chen this time. Lacoste is gonna run Windrunner again. Pycat is playing Invoker this time, and Mystery is gonna be the one to play Leshrac.
Do you think
So all of them, again, they did this last game as well. They're running all the team down in there in mid-jungle.
Do you think Lacoste ever just gets mad that he has to play Windrunner every single game?
Nah, Windrunner is a fun hero to play. I don't think anyone gets mad for playing it all the time. It's, I mean, she's fun. You can do a lot of cool stuff with her. You always buy 4 staff. She's just fun to play, I feel. And yeah, it seems nothing will be going down because the Radiant team scouted them out and just backed out in time. So we're gonna head back to her lane. Seems like Rexa is gonna be solo top and Pugna mid, pretty predictable. Chen in the safe woods, as well as the CM Sanking on easy lane. So you want to farm up Sanking.
And Miracle does have Sentry Wards, by the way, so this means he's probably going to go top and pull, I'm guessing. Yeah, Windrunner's going to be bottom here. They're just going to make sure... They'll probably do Magic Bush spawn, I'm assuming. So in this little spot here... No, they actually don't. So they, instead of putting on this little bush here, they end up placing to the left, covering that other camp. So this will give them great vision in the jungle, though. I mean, they should be able to catch Chen if he ends up coming to the bot to gank, at least.
Yeah. It seems like they're going to run
Yes, they're gonna-
Leshrac Shadow Demon mid, yeah, of course, and Earthshaker Windrunner.
Okay, so they're going to Earthshaker Windrunner. It's a
But
common
both-
dual lane. Actually,
Yeah, but both their wards are scouted out by the Radiant team, I believe, because this big spawn will block and Chen will deward this. And Crystal Maiden actually saw when the Observer ward was going down for the Die team down here.
As did
and-
Miracle, but Miracle is the
and
one with the
yeah.
sentries, so...
Yeah, both of them saw. I don't know why Crystal Maiden dropped his Observer ward when he knows that they will see it. It was pretty much predictable, but we see Chen running around. Not really dewarding just yet, but there's no...
Oh, he does have sentries, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's what I feel he would deward pretty soon, but he's being patient with it.
Now, Cinderin on the Pugna has to be very, very careful in this game since he's up against that Leshrac Shadow Demon dual lane. Disruption into stun is going to be a problem, but he does have a double gauntlet, which is a great pickup here. I think he's going to go fast earn, which is actually a great item choice with Pugna just to give him a little bit more single target damage. I mean, Pugna is very, very good in the AoE, but he might be lacking against slightly more tanky targets, so throwing an earn on top of that not only fills his HP gap a little bit, but also gives you a little bit better killing power.
Yeah, it's he has to be very careful in this lane, and it means free farm for Mystery again on Leshrac this time. And wow, he could even go down here.
He did actually land the stun. Well stunned there. As Cinderin is going to decrep himself, blocking a lot of the damage. He blasts and runs away. Absolutely survives. Great self pop as well, but he's going to take a little bit of damage from the Shadow Demon who disables that. And that Alpha Wolf wants blood. 350
Snow
movement
boots.
speed. But he's going to pop the salve up, and he's going to be fine. So, good save
Sad.
by Sind.
Yeah. Sad for Chen that he wasn't level 2 yet. If he had his Test of Faith, he would kill that Leshrac very easily. But still, nice survival by Cinderin. So.
He's going to get disrupted again. Misery won't be in there in time. We see a pause from Beastmaster, but the disruption will end early. Yeah, it's just about out here, and there's no way he's within stun range of that. So.
He should be safe. He should be safe. I'm so surprised to see that Radiant team, despite pinging and seeing this Observer ward going down, and then the Sentry ward as well, despite doing all this, they don't go and Sentry ward it. They could easily just remove this vision. They know it's there, so... really weird choice by mTw. These wards are keeping the lane for Lacoste and Miracle. They're gonna win the lane because they have good vision of where Chen is.
The Sanking actually doesn't even have Sandstorm yet, but that's not as big of a deal. When they have an Earthshaker Fissure, there's always going to be something that can disable you.
He probably couldn't have used this Invis that much anyway. He's getting some decent farm, but it's just that the enemy team is also getting nice farm and nice level ups. Crystal Maiden pulling some.
So they didn't take out the wards. Looks like they put sentry wards other places. They have one that took out the camp pull, and they also put one mid. So they put a sentry ward mid apparently. They must have assumed there was an observer ward there. There was one disruption
Top lane.
that was kind of like high ground. So maybe that's why they assumed there was an observer ward there and he wanted the control. But They didn't find it. Must have just been a misread or something.
Yeah, the weird part of it is just that they pinged and they noticed when the wards went down. If you are inside vision, when wards go down, then you see it. You can see a little effect and you hear it as well. So it's just really weird to see them not react on that. And now we see Chen coming into gang, but I would be so surprised if he ever gets anything out of this without dewarding.
Yeah, Miracle lays down the stun, which would have kept Lacoste safe, even if the Centaur got a little behind him. So, effing Mad now back up towards the creep wave. Level 3 at least going for 2 Frostbites, actually. No Arcane Aura yet, but once again, I've said this every time, but Frostbite is an excellent counter against Windrun. Just stops his movement speed for a huge amount of time. So, if you can get that up to 2.5 seconds really quick here, it's going to be very useful against Windrun, who's now harassing effing Mad a little bit. It's going to be backed off by just a slight amount, but yeah, CLG is still very safe here with this Windrunner Earthshaker lane.
Yeah, it's... I like the ES Windrunner lane. It's pretty strong in the off lane. It's... As long as Earthshaker plays correctly, he has to have good positioning. That's all that really is required. Windrunner can just be really aggressive, because she's hard to kill already, and with Earthshaker's Fissure to come in as well, she is very hard to kill.
We're going to see a Burst Strike actually on Windrunner as we do see a stun on Shockskate here. Might be in some trouble. There's the Windrunner being used. If Lacoste can land the power shot, it does land, but he ended a little early. Stun Strike, not going to land either. Salve being popped up for Sanking. So there's Invoker on the top lane. Apparently he does exist in this game. Exhort, 3 levels currently, so Sunstrike doing 225 pure damage. So we might see a gank now. CLG's going to back off.
Even with the smoke, it was not possible for Chen to gang. The Crystal Maiden kind of revealed this gang. Since Chen was smoked, they should put Crystal Maiden on the lane and not stand that aggressively. She was revealing intentions to kill the enemy team. But it's very hard to gang this lane. Earthshaker Windrunner, it's you have to do it perfectly. That's why it's so hard.
So should they be maybe ganking mid instead, or what?
Yeah, perhaps, because Syndron is doing a good job in mid, doing everything he can basically, but Leshrac is also getting so much more farm. Syndron has 5 creep kills, despite doing well on XP leeching. He is not completing anything, getting no farm, and not denying any farm from Leshrac either. So
yeah, it's very important. And you can also almost look at Pugna kind of similar to how you look at a Rasta. He's so strong in the mid lane that if you devote 2 hero resources to him, that it does give you a much better chance of shutting him down, or at least decrease the amount of farm that he has in fear of his own death. So if you can prevent him from getting a ton of farm, it means his first core items are going to be late, he won't be able to get a bottle up very fast, and it can be a problem. So
Invoker has invisibility if he wants it. And he probably wants it. He has mixed it.
Wow.
He dies anyway.
It was a
really
fast
good
kill.
Yeah. Very, very hard to survive the Rexar ultimates.
It was really important that they got that kill as well. If an Invoker gets picked off a couple times early game, it's going to really hurt his amount of farm. And they might be able to take the tower as well. As we see Misery trying to be aggressive. He's going to use the Edict, looking for the stun. Cancels it for a second, but there's the Entangle. Now a couple more right clicks. And wow, a little overly aggressive there. They lucked out and had 2 abilities that completely counter movement speed, which worked out perfectly there for him. Wasted Salve, though.
A little bit of miscommunication here. Salve and Clarity popped on fucking Mad, but he got sent home by Kebab. He says, no, you're gonna go home after using 150 gold on consumables.
Yeah, it's a tough
But
mistake.
all in all, I see Fancy has been doing so well against Pycat's Invoker. People are always mentioning Pycat when you're talking about good Invoker players, but Fancy was already... I believe when Pycat had 19 last hits, Fancy had 18. On Rexar, which is amazingly well done on offlane with a melee hero against Invoker.
And some of those were pulls, as you guys can see, he's pulling with the boar while he's up last, and he's doing this so well here. So a lot of that is probably skeletons and other things. Invoker's gonna need a kill on Sanking with the Sunstrike. At the same time, Pugna dies in the mid lane, so quickly there's CLG taking a double kill.
Yeah, over commitment on bottom lane. Sanking was definitely feeling so secure in his level 3 bow strike. He was nowhere near landing it, I feel, against the face boost Windrunner. But he tried anyway and he died for it. So that was a deserved death. I didn't really see what happened in mid, but 3-man gang, that feels more like a dirty kill.
Yeah, and level 3 Edict doing the damage, so Misery just going to do the damage here. Tanking up just a little bit, but there will be a TP support. It's going to be Syndron coming forward. There's the net. Here comes the Decrep. Blast as well, doing some good damage. He's down to 184 HP, but he survives. Decrep was a little slow there. Test of Faith does do pure damage, though, so that does not get increased by Decrep. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm quite sure that it doesn't get increased by it. Okay. So I'm not sure though. I'm thinking about it, and when you do penitence first, I do feel that your test of theft does get stronger, but it is a random number damage, so it's very hard to say.
All right, so Crystal Maiden getting picked off. Nice
Oh.
Fissure follow-up stuns on her, so barely getting
Yeah.
last hit. As Invoker dies again on the top lane. Was that a Roar? Yeah, Roar into a
Roar's
Burrow Strike
epic.
Epi. Wow.
Yeah, it was just a big and cruel combination kill.
I love the early Caustic Finales will help so much in pushing the early lane. You can just do like 180 damage by killing two, or hitting a creep and killing a second one, so very
Yeah,
cool
having
stuff.
one level on it is definitely worth it. Misery just waiting for someone to come in, but sadly it's fucking Mad coming in here, so it's down to a 1-on-3 situation. Oh, and fucking Mad didn't reveal himself. So nice.
Pycat getting stunned. There's the Entangle as well. He does drop through with the Edict damage. Pycat's HP getting solo. He does have a wand pop, but all the creeps are up, so they're stopping all of the Edict damage. If Funzy gets dropped, not able to cast up his Hawk, and here comes the follow-up stun. It does land a Shock Scud. There's a disruption. Great save so far by CLG. Are they going to be able to kill? He goes invisible. F5, the Crystal Nova gets the last hit, and now they're going to be able to clean up with a triple kill at least. So Invoker's sacrifice is going to be worth it here. Oh, stun's gonna miss. I think Effie Mad's gonna get him. He pops his salve up. A couple more right clicks, but he gets the kill. Has to spend the salve, but a triple for Misery there. I wish he just would have casted the Edict, though, because that would have just cut through Crystal Maiden and not have it been a skill shot.
A bit of dangers failed by Misery, but he did end up getting a triple kill. It is overextending time by the Radiant, so they kind of threw a lot of gold into the bank of the Dire team right there. And, of course, experience. They were looking so good right before that fight. Now, I don't know, they're still looking pretty good. I would say mTw is in a pretty good position, despite all the kills going down on Misery.
And they're going to TP towards the mid lane. Miracle now level 6. He's already got boots as well as Echo Slam, which is excellent. We're going to see one cold snap. Miracle hesitating a couple times, and I don't think he was likely to get the kills anyways. There's going to be a ping. They're trying to defend the Observer Ward. He's going to pick up a haste. He might be able to do it. He's going to come forward. Could do some good damage. There's the Sunstrike as well. Possible follow-up and great play there. Wow, that was excellent. Enchant Totem, follow-up stun, and the Sunstrike. They played that really well.
Yeah, Sunstrike is so key. It actually dealt that little extra damage that was needed, so...
I like his skill build this game as well. Since he has been trying to focus on just doing Sunstrikes, he wants that to be as strong as possible early, so rather than grabbing a couple Quas levels, he just maxes out Exhort, or gets a lot of Exhort levels with just one Quas and one Wex. I think that was really smart.
It's a good build, definitely. And the thing is, if he goes for Quas, sure, it gives you some regeneration, but what else does it give you? If you look at the benefits of skilling Quas, there are not too many. I mean, you get some more... let's see, on Tornado, I believe that Quas gives some bonus damage, as well as Vex, of course. It also increases the time that the enemy is in the air, but apart from that, it really doesn't do that much. Cold Snap is pretty much as good with a low-level Quas as on a high level.
Yeah, the duration, increased duration can make a big difference, of course, but it's still a very, very strong skill either way. And more counter warding coming out. Great counter warding from Crystal Maiden, really making up for it. In this middle part of the game. She's got boots up with a smoke, so pretty much all she really needs at this point. It would be nice to have a bracer at this point, but she's a little behind. She has died 3 times, so can't really afford it yet.
She's the sacrificial lamb. I'm surprised to see Kebab. He's been part in 3 kills, but he doesn't have very many creep kills in the jungle at all. Does have his level 6 though on Chant now, so that heal is gonna be really nice for his team. It could definitely make the difference. I feel to have a really strong team fight at this point.
And not to mention, he's almost got his mech finished, so that's very important.
That was the only thing I was about to say. They do want to finish the mech and possibly mana boots on him, because he will have mana problems against Invoker. Despite him going for Exhort Invoker. Later on in the game, when they want to push through, there's going to be EMP, so sooner or later you will need those mana boots. It's just normal. Smoke is going down for the Dire team.
Yeah, mTw came bottom trying to pick off the Windrunner, but did not happen. So now we have Earthshaker with an Arcane Boots up at 12 minutes. Very, very well farmed so far, as well as Aki. And they're going to shift towards the top lane, trying to gank the Beastmaster. So at the very least, they can run past the Greater Hawk. And this is really what they need to gank the Beastmaster, because look at this. They would totally have vision right now otherwise.
Yeah, this... Oh, let's see if Sanking is actually standing a good spot to reveal the smoke, and he does. It's revealed. And
There's
he's
a burst
stunned.
strike. Here's the epicenter of the cold snap. Nothing. Disruption catches him at least, doing only a little damage to Miracle, but the roar comes through, and that could be it for him. Nope, no fissure for him. Ulti goes down on Funzy. Lacoste showing up. Great shackle is going to latch. Power shot, Soul Catcher. Big damage, Chen heal as well as we see the epicenter once again coming through Nether Ward and a couple more right clicks on Misery, and he's got a DD up on Cinder, and this is very dangerous. Could possibly get a double kill here. Shadow Demon drops, and out of mana though.
What a big outplay. Like, mTw just showing it to CLG. They were 3 against 5. Sure, they had a Chen heal coming in from far distance, but they were 3 against 5, and they killed 2 of them. 3 of them. Actually, 3-0.
And Beastmaster didn't die. The important part.
Yeah, none of them died, and they killed Earthshaker, Leshrac, and Shadow Demon. That was so huge. I do have to point out, though, Pugna came in with a double damage. That does affect things pretty highly, but still, I feel that CLG were already being outplayed pretty hard before Pugna came in, and he just decided a little bit of that that engagement. So CLG have to focus. That was pretty bad and sloppy fighting on them.
Yeah, and Pugna has huge base damage as well, so grabbing a DD up on him is really powerful. So,
it's insane.
And they're going to try to take the mid tower now. The Edict is level 4, so here comes the damage. They have Glyph. That Glyph is going to be used immediately as the TP supports come through. It's a Sand King showing up as well as a Beastmaster. And there's a Burst Strike to clear the creep wave, so they're totally fine with that. Maybe a little bit over TP there, especially since they had actually 4 pretty close here. But Kabap almost at 900 gold. It's about 100 away, and they'll have that mech up, and probably we'll see more pushing out of him.
Yeah, we'll see. CLG trying to outnumber their enemies all the time, but even with outnumbering, they die pretty much to a Sand King Rexar combination. They're playing awesome, these 2 guys. Rexar now up to level 11, and Pugna is getting some time to farm up some gold. He does buy this early Vit booster. He always does it.
Really?
Yeah, he always buys an early Vit booster on heroes like Pugna.
Is he just going to save it?
Yeah, Synderen always thinks that it's very cost effective, and yeah, it's decent. I feel Power Treads would probably be the better choice first, but it's his choice.
We'll see some stuns on Funzy. There's the Sunstrike as well, but that's not going to land. Not even close there. I was looking at it and I was like, you know what would be really good? The Atos Rod would be actually very strong on Pugna, because then you could like decrep Atos and ulti, do tons of life drain for a very long period of time. It'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, it's
decent,
but against so many disables in the Dire team, it's impossible.
Yeah, definitely more of a pub strat, for sure.
Yeah, in pub it would probably be pretty funny. I like the amount of disables in the Dire team.
Yeah, they have so many, especially that Earthshaker. When you're up against an Earthshaker, it's almost like, okay, we have to get BKBs, because if he does catch you, we're talking about 3 stuns, and 3 stuns is ridiculous.
They have 9 disables in the Dire team without any item. That's pretty hardcore. You have Invoker with his Cold Snap and his Deafening Blast and his Tornado. He doesn't have any other disabling spells, does he? No. Then we have Earthshaker with 3 disables, Leshrac with 1, Windrunner with 1, and Shadow Demon with 1. So this team is so stacked on disables, it's not even funny. And still they're losing the team fights or the small engagement right now. So great play by mTw.
And Pycat curiously picking up a Treads, which is actually a really nice way to execute, or at least to leverage your damage that you get from Exhort. Since you do a lot of damage from Exhort, you want to have attack speed to compensate for that, which gives you overall better DPS. The downside is less positioning due to phase boots, but I think it's a smart item built there.
Yeah. Also, sorry guys in the chat, I will always call mTw for mTv. It's much easier. W is so annoying to say, and mTv is it's just nostalgic to me. All the old music videos. Of course, nowadays mTv is shit. So don't get me wrong.
It'll never be the same ever again.
Yeah, it's over.
Alright, so mTw is pushing the top tower pretty well. They have 3 heroes in position so we're going to see Effing Mad back up. Sunstrike's going to land on Kabap. As the TPs are coming, they're going to send Funzy back. Might be able to grab him at least. And Shackle is going to land, so at least he sent back his allies. Leshrac to be able to pick up the last hit there, so at the very least they get that. And maybe some creeps as well. The Satyr Hellcaller's running away, and if they could pick up the Troll Warlord on top of that, that would be very good pickup.
Yeah, it's still not worth it at all for CLG to lose their top tower here. This is one of the hardest towers to take as the Radiant, and mid tower is not going to go down as well, so looking really dangerous for CLG, dropping towers everywhere. Bottom tower is also gonna go down pretty soon. they're just chasing after them, but they're one step behind all the time.
And Syndred with a great play there. Decrypt the Invoker to prevent him from denying the tower. Invoker with much higher damage, so Pugna was able to stop it as he's going to TP to the mid lane as CLG comes forward with their push. So going to put another ward in a secret spot. We'll see where he puts it. I think this would be maybe a little bit too far forward. He's going to almost get caught here. Might see it. There's the ward going down, so we'll reflect some damage. The epicenter comes through, does some good damage to Misery. Misery drops immediately, but Shock's got blocked off a little bit, and the ward is killed by Invoker at least. Using the Forge Spirits, Roar goes down on Aki, good heal again, but ends up getting dropped as Funzy, no shackle latching on him. Synderen looking for the decrypt to slow people down. There's the blink stun, perfect timing, bonus damage. AoE Frost Nova, good stun from Miracle, might keep Lacoste alive, we'll see, and he is going to end up surviving there. Great stun from Earthshaker just in time.
Yeah, they need to buy one more mana boots on this gen. Look at the mana pool on all the heroes, it's just so low. And you can't really rely on Relay. Oh my god. Crystal Maiden, that is. Her name is not Relay anymore, so
That's
no
true.
funny joke. But her aura is only level 1. It doesn't really do anything at this point in the game. So you need mana boots. They have 2 of them, I think.
Okay. So Synderen picked up an Arcane Boots as well as the Sand King, who did have a Blink Dagger in that last team fight. That's why he showed up all of a sudden, did a ton of damage. It was very, very good play. 10 to 8 currently, so Goldgraph is very, very healthy for the Radiant team. That's about, 7k. 7k advantage for the Radiant team. EXP also heavily in their favor at 5k. They're looking very good.
Yeah, definitely. And they do have a pipe on Rexar. That's pretty awesome against the Die team composition. Rexar, you have to back out. He has his bird in a good position. He will just back out. And CLG team seems to be so out of position the entire game. They're just running after the enemy team. And mTw are just one step ahead. This is really hard for CLG, it seems.
And they're shifting down to defend. Chen with a Wildkin, great defensive creep. It will find a Turo Warlord, also very strong. But he needs to get there now as the push is, they're getting ready to dive. They're scouting things out with Shadow Poison, which is maxed out. We're going to see the ward go down in a second from Synderen. He's just waiting for the possible engage. Still doesn't have Zilt yet. And Effing Mad almost getting stunned, but luckily the trees are gone. Roar goes down on Lacoste with some burst damage. Nether Ward doing some reflection damage as he pops the mech. And here comes this Burrow Strike from Shockska. Aki, very, very low HP. Lacoste as well is going to get picked off. Might see a double kill there as Shockska taking a ton of cold snap damage. Got to pick off those Forge Spirits. The team fight is really spread out as CLG is retreating. They've already lost 2 heroes. Pycat's invisible here. And do we have any dust?
No, they don't have anything. Even Crystal Maiden doesn't have anything. So I don't know why. Like, yeah, you got him, Kai, but it doesn't matter if you find the white footsteps. If you don't have any dust or anything to reveal it.
On the bright side, he doesn't have a TP, so.
Yeah, true. He has to snake his way out of this, but they could have like instantly bought a dust on chicken and send it out because it wasn't busy or anything. But they decided to just let him live. And that vision from Rexar's Hawk was a big deciding factor in this team fight. It was sitting in the perfect position in the jungle at in the middle of the fight basically, and couldn't be denied by CLG or anything. So they had a perfect vision of everything. Despite CLG having 2 wards in the area, I feel that mTw had even better vision.
Like
and
they
the
want to
Evoker
kill
could be, yeah, they want to burst him, but could be dangerous. Shadow Demon can always be there to pull them down.
Yeah,
He's a good anti-ganger.
They kind of need a chain disable too. I mean, Sand King is going to have trouble doing an epicenter into Burrow Strike, probably, or a Burrow Strike into epicenter. There's a lot of disables here, and a lot of things people that can mess it up, but they're going to be pushing up. They have all 5 heroes. There's axes to clear the creep waves, and Effing Mad actually takes a little bit of damage. Forge Spirits are also up, and these are super annoying. Tornado is well going down, but they can just ping from range. They have huge HP, so they're really annoying to kill.
Yeah, this is looking... I'm not too sure if mTw want to force this fight. I mean, sure, they have double tornado creeps, but
and
tornadoes... Yeah, they have good vision and everything. I guess Sand King can get a really nice initiation here. He does have his ulti. He almost has his stun. Yeah, he's gonna be looking for a 5-man epicenter blink. True. This position could make it easy for him to fight.
Forge Spirit's coming in for the Netherward, and they are going to be able to pick that off here. A couple more hits. Oh, they're getting distracted. There's the blast. Might be able to kill him and keep it alive. It is going to survive, I think. Yes, it's still up, so now CLG knows that they cannot fight this. The tower gets picked off. Pugna with the last hit, and they are going to back off.
Yeah. They scouted out the Sand though with Shadow Poison,
Uh,
so that was a nice little move. But despite doing so, they didn't feel they can take the fights. They were just farming with Leshrac during all of this, trying to get up some items, but they're definitely pretty far behind. They need Earthshaker to finish up a Blink Dagger, but that's 1k gold to finish up. It's pretty expensive for Earthshaker.
it's got a little bit of a stack camp at least, so we'll be able to get some good farm there.
Yeah, getting some gold to his bank. Crystal Maiden is not the richest person in the world. Wow, she is. She does have Tranquil Boots and like Stick and Bracer, but after all those towers, I thought she would have more. She's been buying a lot of wards.
Yeah, look at the map right now. There's
Even a
crazy
gem
ward
could
vision.
be even a gem at this point could be so awesome on Rexar. Despite him going for Necro Book, I feel gem is just so good when you have a tower advantage. You start dewarding all of the enemy's wards, and you kind of lock them up in the enemy base. They can't really leave, so that's awesome.
And the Dire team actually has really good vision if we look at the map really quick. I love the ward placement as well towards the mid-river. Just shift a little bit outside of the typical sentry ward range, so these cannot actually see each other. Very, very nice. And they still have room control as well because they have one ward over in this position. So really good ward vision from the Dire team, trying to keep them safe and keep tracks on the movement of the Radiant heroes.
Yeah, it's definitely amazing. So Pycat just killing off a dragon there. He's going for an early BKB on Invoker. He needs it. There's no other choice for him at this point.
His Wildkins just doing the double tornado.
mTw wants to force the push mid. This is even harder position to push through than bottom lane, where they were recently pushing. Again, they do have the Hawk and they're trying to migrate for best potential vision. And Sand is very scary. Oh, does he have an Invis rune? Yeah, he does. That's scary. The enemy team has smoke though. CLG might want to go all the way around. Look, there is a sentry ward, but there's no normal vision. So as long as they don't walk on this sentry ward, they're not gonna... Lacoste, what are you doing? I might have revealed that. He was close to it at least.
They take another
They're
tower,
getting really good
completely
position
unbidden.
here. CLG could go...
It's going to be a random dust pop. They do catch the Plague Ward, but Aki's going to get caught, I think. There's the roar on him. They're probably like, what is this guy doing over here? There's the blast combo, easy kill. They just left him, wow, Epicenter's used at least, so Sand King with nothing out of that.
Yes, Sand King believed that he had backup, and of course, when you get stabbed in the back by a Shadow Demon, you will believe that there are more heroes there.
Yeah,
Which
no
there
kidding.
were, but they backed out. Crystal Maiden
Oh
taking
my
a
God.
shackle.
That shackle was crazy. Misery's actually going to get blocked. He's probably a little mad about that one. He's like, oh, I don't want to run back into the river, but it's going to be okay.
Yeah, he's pretty fine. So, that was 2 support heroes dying. I feel that CLG had the perfect position right there for just a short amount of time. If they just capitalized, they would probably win that fight. But in the end, they didn't want to risk it, so they backed out. Now they're pushing bottom lane some. See if they can get no shackle.
Yeah,
He
they're
could
gonna
be
try to
up
end
on
it.
Pug now. Wow, he fat.
That's pretty good considering how rough his early game was. So
Yeah, all those towers, man, and the Pugna gets most of the last hits, so he definitely is a hero that easily recovers in any game. Bottom lane will be a big fight here. See if everyone comes in for it.
Synderen almost getting shackled. So we see a stun on Crystal made another power shot as well. Here comes some
Oh,
sun
Chen.
strikes as
Chen.
he finds Chen in the jungle there. Pycat initiating. He still has his BKB up as they're going to jump on Aki. BKB by Cinder now as he does a blast. Might try to grab Pycat, but Pycat also BKB. Shockskill wishing he had his ulti right now. And we hear a roar as well. Looks like that was on Pycat disabling Tornado. Oh, I'm sorry, the Meteor doing some good damage as well. And Misery full HP here, looking for more lightning. Cinderen's so low on HP. There's the Burst Strike catching 2 as he's now trying to escape, healing back up with the Urn a little bit as you see the SK blink out as well. And it looks like CLG is going to be looking for kills, but all of mTw just got out of there immediately.
Yeah, they survived pretty amazingly for the bad position they were in. And they fought pretty well despite not having Sand King ulti. So, and as well as Chen dying instantly, that's a big part in it. No mech heal, no Chen ultimate, no Sand Homes. He just got picked off by Invoker solo. Cold Snap into Sunstrike. He just died. So, I feel mTw were lucky to get out of this position. Some good jukes. And wow, look at the farm on Sand King. Holy shit. fat sanking.
What does he got? Yep. Oh, wow. I was like, his items are okay, and then I looked at his gold total, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, like decent items. Oh, he has carry gold item.
He's ready for his Aghanim Scepter, which he will not purchase. So
he's looking like a morphling, kind of walking around with his gold for Eagle Song. But
he's the most farmed in the game, by the way, guys.
He is, Yeah, I can understand that. He did have the easiest lane as well, but
slightly above Synderen, just barely. How is Synderen second, I might point out? The highest farm on all of CLG is Pycat with 340 on the Invoker. I guess it's because they've been pushing so much. It's mostly tower advantages, but what about last hits? Are they comparable? 120 up on Pycat.
Yes, just a bit more than Pycat. So Synderen did a good job recovering in this game. He had a bad start, but then as soon as his Sanking started roaming some along with his Rexar, he took his time and got some creep kills, got some items, and started getting fat. And at this point, he is level 14, so he's not a leveling Pycat. That's a hard task right now, but he's definitely in the top. And they have 3 heroes that are super farmed: Sanking, Rexar, and of course Synderen.
Yeah.
Chen is not looking too bad either. Like, he has a point booster, mech, and mana boots. So
yeah, great survivability.
That's more like normal farm, your normal good game, I believe.
And CLG drawn on the map. They're estimating where mTw is at, but they're about to initiate here. They do have vision of the enemy team. As Funzy's going to try to start things off with a roar. It looks like it's going to be on Shadow Demon. Someone's getting caught. It is going to be on the Shadow Demon. As Windrun is being used, Axe is going to miss. Drops the Plague Ward down. He's going to right-click that pretty fast as we see the Epicenter come through. That's going to pick off Lacoste. Almost grabbing Aki as well, who's solo HP 140 as Misery also backing up. Courier's flying through. Is somebody going to kill it? It's just sitting there. Oh, Effie Mad is running away. Nobody's attacking the Courier. Miracle drops. Shadow Demon drops. Somebody kill that Courier. Oh my god. Kabap is seeing it. There it goes. Finally goes down. And Pycat running away as mTw wins a great team fight. They're taking out 3 heroes.
I feel they're gonna keep pressuring here. They have the heals, they have Urn, they have everything they need to keep pressuring mid. So, and if they get this Rax, they will go for Roshan as well. Great team fight there by mTw, and now they're catching out Leshrac, just dealing some damage.
Yeah, it was a really good initiation.
did land a big ulti though, like.
Did he? I didn't notice.
Yeah, Pugna was in BKB, but he dealt nice damage to Shen and I believe Rexar and Crystal Maiden. I'm not too sure. It was pretty big ultimate. All those BKBs are so important in this this time in the game. Leshrak's BKB and Invoker's BKB are doing the best they can at keeping the Dire in this game. Like the stats doesn't say at all how far behind CLG are. 17 for 11, that doesn't really reflect how big the advantage is right now for mTw. We're speaking more than 10k advantage in both gold and experience, so that is a big advantage.
And looks like they're groping up again to smoke as the Courier brings himself an Ogre Club and some Observer Wards. It's going to be Chen Heal there. We're going to kill that small camp up as Shoxka shows up. One last creep. It's not going to get killed.
Going for Roshan as well. This is so dangerous.
Dire team does not have a sentry up, and there's the roar once again starting off on the Shadow Demon. Worst person for CLG to die right away, but he is going to be able to disrupt himself. No shackle latching, but the Nether Ward. They're going to have to fight within it as Leshrac gets picked off, caught in the wrong spot. And the Nether Ward's still alive as the Demonic Purge ends.
Sanking chasing after. He kind of missed a burst right there, but it's okay. They didn't really want to catch more heroes. They killed 2 and they can get a free Roshan for that, so that's good enough.
Man, they have so much good global vision with the Scout Hawk plus the Tornado. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. And good wards as well should be mentioned. So the only thing I miss is a gem. The only thing I miss is a gem. It would be so nice to see him just remove all of the vision from the Dire team, because you want to lock down your enemy team. You want them to be in the base and be afraid of everything. But they're definitely doing a superb job already, so it's not like a big criticize or anything. They're looking really strong, and I believe even Veil of Discord is now up on Sanking. Look at this insane Sanking now with Aegis and Veil as well. He's going totally out of hand. Level 16 Aga ulti with Veil.
Man.
It's gonna destroy the enemy team at this point. If he lands a big ulti, it's gonna...
Too many pulses it goes up to? I think it's like 12 maybe with Epicenter, Aghanim, something like that.
I think it's, yeah, perhaps it's 12, I don't know.
It's not a
I
whole
don't play
bunch.
tanking that much. Yeah, I don't play tanking that much. I think it increases by 2. So if 10 is the normal number, then it's gonna be 12, I believe.
Misery's going to take out that Necro 3, gets picked off. The Nether Ward as well going to go down as they defend the racks a little bit. Spend a couple spells to stop it.
Important part about the Aghanims on tanking is that it reduces the cooldown on it. That's the most important part, I feel. Because you will have it in every team fight instead of having it like every other team fight. So it's pretty awesome.
And Sanking now level 16, like we said. Back on the top lane, going to get a lot more farm. In case his GPM wasn't good enough, let's see what it's at. 419. I mean, it's so amazing to watch Sankings really farm that great, and just not make very, very few mistakes. And after they grab their gold advantage, just team fight perfectly, put the epicenters in at the right times. It's really awesome.
Yeah, it's I don't know this. I'm just thinking about how CLG should recover from this. I'm not too sure. It's such a tough spot to say how they should approach. They definitely want to take out the top tower because this is easy gold sitting near them. They don't want to go too far. They don't have any tier 2 tower to TP2, so even with buybacks they can't really reinforce their own push. Meanwhile, the Radiant team, if they fight near the Radiant base, they're gonna buy back and come back and just outnumber them till they win. Despite only Sanking has gold for buyback, but still, my point is legit. So, this is smoke from the Die team. They want to find someone. It's probably a good choice.
Guess they're expecting to find the entire team because they're kind of in a weird spot. It's not like they're going super aggressive. They're being very casual with their movement, and they are going to run into Funzy here. He spawns his Hawk, and Pycat giving vision now.
He sees them.
Oh, they are going to get spotted, and Lacoste now trying to catch up. Looking, here comes the epicenter as well. And any second here, Lacoste taking the burst damage picked off. There's the epicenter. No Veil a little bit late there. Pipe is popped as well, but Pycat taking a ton of physical damage. Great deafening blast as well. But the epicenter cleaning up big damage. That's going to drop Chen. Funzy about to drop as well, but he's going to end up surviving with 130 HP, and CLG, or mTw, still wins that team fight very one-sided.
We see a buyback coming out because, yeah, he wants to kill someone with Sunstrike. He does do so. Nice Sunstrike.
Oh, nice.
He saw him in the bottom room, so now they're pinging everywhere like, there is a ward somewhere. And yeah, they're right. There is a ward somewhere.
Unless Pycat is just amazing, which is also positive.
It was still in the fog of war, so it was a nice Sunstrike. Oh, this ghost wall or frost wall. It's probably a name.
It's very strong.
Yeah, you just get so slow. It's 100% slow at this point.
It's crazy, and it does pretty good damage per second too. 42 DPS. It's not bad.
Yeah,
it's
decent.
like a weak iron shell.
Yeah, it's a decent spell, but usually you will use it so late in the game that it doesn't really matter when you have level 7 on your exort, which is the part that deals damage. It's just, yeah, you have so many other damage output spells.
Now the Sanking going for a Hyperstone next. He's gonna find a regen, which is great. It's about 700 H or mana pool, but Hyperstone means most likely going to be an AC, which is kind of a weird progression that I haven't seen in a very long time, which is a Sanking going from having everything he needs for teamfight into going to like a semi-carry, which shouldn't be happening pretty much, but I mean he's got so much farm that he can go for it.
Yeah, any hero can like carry the game per se. Doesn't really matter that you have to be a physical damage dealer. I would say that Sanking is carrying this game pretty hard, but he's doing it along with Pugna and Rexall. These three are just semi-carrying together. It's just a team effort. Pugna only died once. So good play by Syndra, despite being on this hard lane, being shut down in the early game, he has played. I'm surprised. I played against him quite a few times, and he's a good player, but this was a lane I would expect him to lose harder.
Yeah, really strong play at him. There's the Necro 3s being spawned. Syndra also has one, so they will have 2 Necro 3s pushing forward. The creep wave is cleared. There's the pipe as well. Pycat putting down the fissure as well as the ice wall. Great choice there. That's going to slow them down a little bit, and they're like, oh, we want to fight now. Come on, guys, let us through.
Yeah, that's should also be mentioned. Is like illegal fissure in most tournaments. You're not allowed to do that. So it's a bit unmannered. If the enemy team gets offended by it, then you're in kind of bad spot. Because you're not allowed to block the creeps with spells intentionally, which he did. So It's just on trolling though. I don't think that CLG.
There's the initiation. Echo Slam as well. If he mad about to drop down as Misery did have a BKB, but he got roared as well. Sand King actually is jumped on. He popped the epicenter, but I did not see it actually do any damage here. And mTw might be in some trouble there. Yes, Sand King's going to drop. He will respawn though. Shackle and Synderen, and he's getting so low on HP down to 120, but I think he's going to end up surviving. No, yeah, they do end up surviving, picking off the Netherward, at least stealing one Forge Spirit as well. On top of that, it's going to tank things up.
1200 HP. That's a big Forge Spirit.
And they're going to go back and heal as well. There's the Ice Wall, slowing down the wave just a little bit. And that's going to hold off the push.
Yeah, they got him back. I don't really like this move from CLG. Like, fissuring the base, I don't think Miracle should do this. It's, even if it's not written in all the rules on every tournament, it is in most of the tournaments. And, like, for countless years, it's been an illegal move, so...
I thought it was primarily just for, like, the start of the game, where you take out the creep wave, or you block the creep wave.
It doesn't really say. It says if you block... Well, the rule is just if you block the creep wave intentionally with spells. So, of course, that means even more in the push. That's even more important than in the early game. I just feel it's a bit unmannered move, but it's his choice.
Alright. Either way, they could blink past, or, for example...
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess, do you...
You don't really want to blink in, though, because all your heroes can't really blink in. Chen definitely cannot pass that wall, so... The Frost Wall would probably be having the same effect with less unmannered. But CLG looking to turtle this. They have some great items on Invoker. He's closing up to Guinsu. And Leshrac is dealing some nice damage with his Aghanim Scepter. Almost level 16.
It's been a while since I saw Aghanim without Bloodstone.
Yeah, we can definitely not count out CLG for winning this game. They're looking pretty strong.
Especially when Leshrac ends up hitting 16, he'll be able to cast level 3 ulti instead, which is going to do a little bit more damage, 144 per pulse. I think it's a little bit higher than that. Isn't it like 170 or something? I think it is. Which is a ton of damage per second, guys. Think about Iron Shell. It maxes out like 90 DPS, and this is doing like 170. That's every second, and it stays on for a long time. It's super powerful in AoE damage output.
Yeah, it's really strong. Hood? Just by a Blink Dagger? Ah, Rexar. Okay. Some nice initiations. He still has, he's still rocking normal boots. I just want to point out. Is he the only one with normal boots?
Leshrac, I just noticed, has regulars.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and Shadow Demon as well. Oh,
this is a game for regular boots.
Yeah, and that seems to be the way to go. It's pretty cool to see Kebab just having 3 items, but it is 3 very good items for Chen. It's all you need, basically. You want more mana regen, but...
Looks like he's going to go for it again. Necro 3s are going to get past. There's the Ice Wall going down. He's thinking about being able to catch the... He's going to blink to the high ground, initiate in on Aki again. Aki's going to get picked off, but they might be able to catch a couple of costs. Pops the heal. Shackle lands on Funzy. There's the Alacrity on top of Invoker. He's doing tons of damage to that Beastmaster. Might be able to pick him off. He does as Misery goes back in for the stun. It's going to miss on Kebab as Misery's just about out of mana, and now he's in a lot of trouble. 4 staff forward, but the Entangle and the Tornado get the kill. Miracle hops in, picks off the Chin with an Echo Slam, but they're still pushing forward 2-2 currently. Pretty even game, but there's the Epicenter on Misery, and he is going to get picked off, I think, a couple hits. There's the Blast. Godlike streak on Synderen as the Meteor does really good damage to Shoxka. The melee barracks getting very low HP as Pycat must have bought back. There's a Cold Snap on Synderen as he does decrep. Offensive urns being used, but he's still healing up. And the Rax is still alive.
Yeah, that was... I really like how Misery buys back, TP's out, and just dies instantly. Oh, Sun's right. So nice.
Nice, that was a kill on Synderen.
Yeah.
And they grab the Sand King, and all of a sudden CLG is looking really good. Tornado as well. That's like 3 kills that they didn't expect to get. Crystal Maiden's going to drop down, and all of a sudden everybody in mTw is dead.
Yeah. And Roshan is alive, I want to point out, so buybacks are going down. They know that Roshan is up. These buybacks are just to protect Roshan, there's no other purpose. Even though top lane is being pressured a lot, they're just straight down towards Roshan.
And Pycat buying a Ginsu or a Side of the Vice as well as a point booster, so giving himself some good HP as Shoxka is getting in position for that Epicenter. He's got 10 seconds left. He will have the Veil. Could do a ton of damage to Pycat, but it looks like they are going to back off. Aki, oh, you got some vision of these Sand Kings, so they decided to back out a little bit. Still trying to pressure this, but most of mTw's are. The only person they're missing is Crystal Maiden.
The Radiant team will go in now, I feel. Oh, TP out coming from Windrunner. She doesn't want to be here. She went for base.
Hmm.
I don't know why. She just TP'd out, but she did. And Roshan is not gonna be taken just yet. I feel they want to wait for Crystal Maiden as well.
Ooh, Aghanim Scepter up on Chen, by the way.
Yeah, she's not the most important hero, Crystal Maiden, but they probably want to secure the area a bit more. Throw down some more wards, perhaps, and using that medallion that Crystal Maiden has to kill Roshan even quicker. They can't really kill him now, they should realize this.
Yeah, it's gonna help out. Wow, she even left the creep wave. Pretty amazing.
Oh,
it's like
wow,
so much gold there.
Bursting this Earthshaker.
Oh, they caught him out of position there. Necro 3 being used. Is that a blink? Yeah, blink ulti from Beastmaster. Getting vision with the Hawk undoubtedly, and then initiating on him.
Double Necro 3, man. It's dangerous to play against. Necro strats are more and more popular. Back in the day, they used to be banned having more than 1 or 2, but now you can go for 3 or 4 even. It's just dangerous to play against. There's no real counter.
And Pugna picks up the Aegis as they're trying to catch a Colossus. There's the Frostbite as well. Shackle shot not latching because of the disruption as Aki runs away. Definitely the squishy one. And there's the Ice Wall, which will slow them down a little bit. And yeah, even Shock's going to blink stun. Lands on Aki. There's the follow-up disables. He's going to ulti on effing Mad, and that's going to probably be hurt that shortly. But the huge amount of heals coming on MTW's gigantic as SKA drops and Misery's now escaping. The Nether Ward is down, but the Forge Spirits will drop that immediately, which is a big boon to MTW. At least Funzy might make it out. Great decrep, and he gets sent back.
I love how the Fisher triggered a big chat about if it should be forbidden or not.
Yeah.
Pugna does have a Aegis here. See him being focused down.
Nice.
Sent home. Very nice. Avoid the shackle shot. At all costs, avoid it.
It is going to land as we see a Royal Pycat. This could be Pycat's death, actually. Another Frostbite goes down. He's going to pop the BKB up and now running away. Echo Slam comes through, doing some good damage. Fissure as well. Effing Mad's going to drop and the Meteor as well. And Funzy doing some nice output. But Chen's trying to pick off this Earthshaker and will be successful in doing so as Funzy's now juking through the tree line. And Pycat's going to find him, but he blinks out just in time. 130 HP. Really wants this kill using the Wex to speed up. And there's the Sunstrike. It's going to get dodged. Great play by Funzy. 200 HP, gets out, Misery as well, escaping, and Synderen trying to slow him down, but not able to catch up in time.
Yeah. Wow, they did see the ward now because they're running around with Necro free, so just a random D ward. Yeah, and it's just a little bit of back and forth at this point. Pugna is closing up to a heart if he wants it. He's getting fat. The Necro free is already a good stat booster, so he has nice HP. And all those earn charges just keeping Crystal Maiden and the low HP heroes alive in the push. Along with the mecha and the constant Aga ulti from Chen. They can just keep people alive so much as long as they don't really get killed.
And Leshrac with, unfortunately, low levels of mana regen. Since he did go straight for the BKB into the Aghanim Scepter, he wanted to have as much early game strength as possible. Bloodstone is more of a overtime item that allows you to push very, very long, but doesn't give you as much burst damage as the Aghanim's does. So, unfortunately for him, probably wants like a Bloodstone at this point now, so he can really leverage his effective mana. But we're going to see more burst strikes from Shockska. Actually, he could have maybe ultied that, but it would have been a BKB usage from Leshrac. And he's going to TP out just fine. Also, Pycat in the mid lane, 1400 gold, getting closer to his Aghanim Scepter. His Miracle also just blink Bracer for him, but he doesn't really need anything else. Just going to be buying wards for the rest of the game. Sentry goes down. And any other items that I'm missing? Anything else fancy and new?
I don't really see anything new.
Wonder is close to Sheep at least. 700 away from that.
Yeah, yes.
Radiant Team Chen still has his Aghanim Scepter. Nothing new. Medallion on Crystal Maiden. Sanking.
Yeah, it's an Ogre Club, that's all.
Sanking has no AC, which is pathetic, right? Needs his AC by now.
Yeah, Sanking, where's your farm, man?
Yeah.
We were expecting you to carry.
Pugna actually picks up a Vlad's Aura, which is pretty cool. His HP is really high at this point. He actually sold his Vitality Booster and got a Vlad's Aura, which gives him more HP at this point. It really does, because armor values or gives you more resistance against physical damage. So if he has 1600 HP, that armor actually increases his HP survivability against physical damage by about 30%, or a little bit less than that.
Yeah, it's definitely a good choice to play around your team when you're going 5 all the time. Vladimir's aura is good with creeps as well, so adding some extra damage. Yeah, Necro Freeze as well. You just add up that damage with Rexar aura as well. There's a sentry ward in mid lane. I don't know if they realize, but...
There's the Echo Slam coming in, does damage to 3 heroes. There's the chain stun as well, but they're still so highly healed. Syndra's actually getting very, very low here. Will get picked off, I think, pretty soon, but that's the Aegis. He still hasn't died yet. He's life draining to survive as the cost backs off, and nobody from CLG has died quite. A Miracle goes back in, but such low HP. He eventually dies. Epicenter coming through. That's such a huge Epicenter. Disruption lands on Aki as he burrow strikes out, barely survives, and mTw actually takes out 3 heroes there due to the Aegis respawn.
Yeah, really nice play from mTw to stay alive that long on Pugna as well. So the other players in his team could just do the damage that they had to.
The heals are just so ridiculous from Chen, though. He can heal for 300 globally every 30 seconds, plus a mech. That is 600 HP that they can just heal up.
Chen. That's how it works when you play against the Chen in this part of the game. You have to kill him, you have to focus him. Somehow, someone needs to get in on him. But there are a lot of heroes that stand in the way, so it's not the easiest job.
Pycat trying to summon some Forge Spirit so he can take out the Nether Ward, but it's on cooldown, so he can't take it yet. The tower gets destroyed by Beastmaster now. And they're doing all they can to slow this down, but I don't think they're going to be able to defend this. Melee Barracks is taking the right-click damage. Syndra doing a ton of damage. Shackle's going to land perfect. Miracle may initiate on this. He's going to blink in. There's the fissure first. Here comes the follow-up stun. Catches 3 heroes. Pugna drops immediately as Funzy's now going to roar on top of Aki. Force Staff gets him back out of danger, though, and the nice Ice Wall may keep him alive there, but Miracle is going to pay for this one. A little bit more range damage from Lacoste, but he's almost completely out of mana as Misery goes in. Going to jump on the Crystal Maiden, who is just auto-attacking. Ends up taking the tower, but Shoxka is, well, so low on HP. Burrow strikes out, but I think Misery's going to be able to pick up this kill.
It seems they can't really finish it just yet. mTw or mTv.
Oh my gosh, 20 HP, they let him go. He's going to blink. Sunstrike? Oh, no, the TP.
Yeah,
Man.
he tried to find him, but it's too hard. So nice job getting out there, but a lot of them still died in this push.
And mid tower being slowed a little bit. That's the melee barracks as well. It did get picked off. Crystal Maiden was auto-attacking all the way, and they ended up taking it out. So now almost a 2 racks advantage coming for mTw. They still have all of their tier 2 towers up. It's a lot of gold just sitting there that it's going to take forever for the Dire team to pick up.
Yeah. It's really hard to finish against this Dire team, though. As I said, they picked up Windrunner as well as Earthshaker, and Evoker is a great anti-pusher as well, especially with Aghanims. He can just mix spells so quick. So it proves to be a hard thing to finish this game for the Radiant team, despite having such a big advantage, I feel.
And Crystal Maiden TPing to the bot lane. Force Staff. It's got that drums and the medallion. So pretty good support items actually for Crystal Maiden. Level 18. And he actually maxed out all of his abilities, surprisingly. Max Arcane Aura, and now getting stats. It's a little different than what a lot of Crystal Maidens would go for actually, but Force Staff's are really good on a Crystal Maiden. She has pretty low movement speed, so this will be nice, and it can always save one of your allies as well.
Yeah, it's a really nice item. I like the Force Staff.
And the rest of the team's pushing up. So, Necro 3's continued. There it is, AC Sanking. Finally. Finally he can carry his team, man. Ugh.
Yeah. Where's your crit, man? That's all he needs. Daedalus, man.
Or Divine Rapier. That would work too.
Yeah, that works too.
Or Battle Fury or something.
Yeah, we're not too picky, like, we accept most things. And we see a smoke gang, this could be... Yeah, they feel that something is going on as well. Being careful, pinging on them even.
That was a ninja power shot, I might add. So they didn't see that. They saw the power shot, but they didn't know where it came from. If you cast spells where you're smoked, you don't see the hero. So Syndra inching up just a little bit. He does have his BKB, 5-second cooldown. They're going to spot Misery, though. Misery does reveal himself, and they might initiate. There's a BKB on Syndra, and ulti goes down. Aki roared as well. He's going to burst down quite fast. Pipe and the mech is not going to be enough. He almost disrupts himself mid-cast, and Miracle going to Echo Slam. Not the best initiation, but they do actually pick off Syndra before he dies. And Shoxton coming in with a great ulti. Crystal Maiden's ulti actually doing tons of damage. Wow, that was huge amounts of damage out of Effie Matt. His Misery about to go down, but he's going to end up surviving just barely. That Crystal Maiden ulti looked like an epicenter. That was ridiculously strong.
Insane damage coming out.
And all you had to do is stand there and press F, you know? Like, yeah. I wish more teams picked up that skill, because it really did do a ton of damage in that fight.
Yeah, well, when you get the chance to throw down your ulti as Crystal Maiden, then of course it deals a lot of damage, but it's just not good until so late in the game. It's usually around minute 50 we see it actually doing something.
And good game is called. That means mTw is going to be the victorious winners in this set. Shockskid's going to get dropped by Misery, but the right-click damage is so high with this Inner Beast aura, so... Goss saying the game was okay. Yeah, I think the game was okay. Really, really close game. And
Yeah,
mTw going to be happy about that one.
It was a good game, definitely. So, nice play by mTw, taking down our previous winner, CLG, who took down SGC.
And that's not the last game either, guys. We're going to see CLG play another game after this one. I believe they're up against a M5, maybe? Something like that. I'll let you guys know. We'll see the overlay in a second. But thanks for tuning in. My name's Purge. Go check out ghostygamers.net and my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/PurgeGamers. And shout-outs for you, Wagamama.
Nah, no shoutouts this time. Just saving them.
Saving them for later. Special saving. Alright, so there's the final score screen, guys. You can enjoy that. Soak in the numbers. And we'll be back in just a second. Thanks for tuning in.